Hello, everybody, and welcome to the almost said the Minecraft podcast, the JFS podcast. I have no idea what episode it is. Ace has got some alien noises going on in the background.
There's fire trucks.
Oh, fire trucks. Okay, it sounded like aliens for some reason. So today in the podcast, of course, we've got Ace.
Hello.
We got Froot.
Hello.
Jodha.
Yo.
And Mickson.
Hello.
So, podcast material. First off, what's going on in the server? Just get that out of the way.
Secret shop mostly.
Oh,
Yeah. Really?
Sayolo has been banned.
Primarily the secret shop, I guess. This week is the big news. That seems to be just everyone that's been on has pretty much been interested in some way. It seems like.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I haven't really cared.
Yeah, I don't really care either, but
Naxer got pranked by Dennis.
That's right. Yeah. Go to bed next or prank.
Yeah.
We've had some server issues that are questionable if they're fixed at this point.
Yeah. Quite a bit of lag, and the server was actually down for like 2 days.
I know.
Right.
So that's why there's a bit less content. Mary's still uploading videos from a month ago.
Now I haven't heard what's questionable about the solutions.
It still feels as laggy as before, but it might be me.
I'm kind of in agreement, but I'm in the same boat. I thought, oh, maybe it's me. Because I do have internet issues every now and then, and I never know if it's server side or client side. So
For me, it's better, but there's still issues.
Yeah.
But it's less often.
I think maybe, the solution didn't necessarily fix the problem in full. Because I just upgraded the good internet, and I still have some issues with the server. So I would say that, I don't know.
Yeah.
See, we got one new member on the server.
Oh, we
That's
do?
true.
Okay. He was an old friend of mine. Back when I started recording, my first series was actually a CTM map that he made. And from there, we made our own little SMP server with a few friends. And that since died out, and we all kind of went off and did our own thing, but it seems like he has come back to join us. So
That's cool.
pretty cool to see.
That's cool.
how do you pronounce his name? Just out of curiosity.
Smith J.
Midjay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
To find out, you have to watch Ace's first video.
Yeah.
Well, since Smoochie made an SMP, a CTM for you, Mickson did want to talk about or not Mickson, but Froot wants to talk about our CTM that we're doing with Ace, me, and Froot.
Yeah.
That was
Wafers.
mostly tongue-in-cheek, but yeah, we can talk about that.
Sure, I mean... So, if you haven't watched it, it's on Ace's channel. It would be on mine, but stupid computer. We've recorded it twice, or technically 3 times, but the first 2 times we did it, my computer decided not to record Ace and Fruit's voices, so...
That's the worst.
Yeah. Sure.
But yeah, it's all on my channel.
Yeah.
What's worse than friggin' not recording voices is getting the voices, but they're like so low that you can't adjust the volume in any way to like make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. And then your game sounds are just blaring. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What CTM map is it?
Called Overload.
Yeah, Simulation Protocol Overload. There's a first one called Animosity. This is the second one of it, but
Ah, okay. See, I've heard of animosity. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you recommend it?
How far yet?
Recommend's a strong word.
You know, there are
I
some
think
areas
the most
that are.
challenging part is that there's 3 of us,
Mhm.
so we gotta like divvy up the loot, and there's really not a lot of food to go around. So
I say, what loot? We just lose it anyway.
exactly, we're gonna beat the map with nothing.
Oh yeah, by the way, Ace, after you left last recording session, I used up all the enchanting bottles to fix my sword.
Yeah, we went a
Just
little
fix your
ham. We went a little ham after you left. We we have all the food on the server now. I've set up like farms galore, so
Okay,
we're good in that situation.
I'm still trapped in a hole somewhere.
Oh, that's
so
right.
Oh,
I'm like halfway to getting the wool, and you guys just kind of left.
That's how you do it.
yeah.
Yep.
I tried setting up a skeleton farm, but I couldn't find any skeleton spawners, sadly.
Which I swear
The
we
one I
had
did
them.
find also had blazes.
Oh god.
Well, there's your fuel. Hey, that's
Yeah.
So if you're Etho, that'd be an interesting way of killing the skeletons.
Yeah.
Well, go watch that. It's funny. I'm just recommending
It's a good time.
it. Who do you want to move on to next?
Oh, I can talk about my topic if you're interested.
All right.
All right. So recently, there was a rupture, some sort of malfunction in pipeline in Alabama for gasoline, and that has caused. I've read a few different articles, and the amount seems to be varying, but anywhere between 250,000 to 350,000 gallons of gas to be spilled out.
Oh wow.
And that's bad enough as is, but there's 2 other downsides, and that is, of course, this has caused a shortage of some degree of gas in the surrounding states and areas that were dependent upon this pipeline. And then also, they, as of yesterday, Sunday, they had not started construction on it because they're going to have to make a bypass in that line itself, and it's going to be very time consuming and very strenuous. So it's not like they can just turn a shut off and then repair a pipe and then turn it back on and it's fine. It's actually going to be kind of a long standing issue for the most part. So I live in Tennessee, and though I live in West Tennessee now, I'm from the Nashville area, and several people I know have told me personally, and I've also seen stories about one, just the pandemonium that has been caused by this because Governor Haslam, he issued a state of emergency for it
Oh.
with good intentions. That he wanted to be sure that there was enough gas to go around. But all this really did was just cause mass panic and cause gas stations to jack up their prices. And, we saw up to 60 cents a gallon higher prices overnight. And, many, many gas stations have run out of gas. And it has actually caused an issue now by trying to prevent the issue. So it's more of and this happens a lot with kind of disaster-related things. It seems, things can be kind of blown out of proportion by mass hysteria, and public officials don't always make the best decisions. But I don't know. I just thought that was really, really interesting, and it's a current event to talk about it. So, if any of you want to, I don't know, give your input or elaborate on it.
Well, yeah, I'm in East Tennessee, and we're feeling it over here. Like, I just went down the street to get gas, and they don't have any, so I had to go somewhere else. And the gas prices went up by about 20 cents in just a couple days. By the interstate, it went back down, but where I am, it's still like over $2 a gallon.
Yeah.
So.
When
But,
did this
happen? Like, not too long ago.
Yeah, I mean, this it ruptured Friday, I believe.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It was that afternoon it was like found or shut off or whatever, and then they still, like I said, as of yesterday evening, they had still not started construction on it because of complications.
There are 6 states that declared a state of emergency, which allows trucks to bring gas, like more trucks to come through and bring gas instead of using pipeline. So we'll get our gas, but it's going to be in a different way, and it'll probably definitely more costly and probably more. It'll take more time to get back to normal that way.
Right. And it's better to have gas that's more expensive than not have it at all.
Yeah.
But
very true.
Yeah, I know the Carolinas were also hit pretty hard by this, and of course Alabama itself, and then maybe a couple other states in the area. So.
Yeah, I think it was like Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, I guess the Carolinas, and maybe Georgia.
I think maybe Georgia as well. I'm not sure though.
I know Florida has their own offshore stuff, so they're okay. But yeah, we're feeling it all the way over here, so.
But, I mean, we've kind of gotten spoiled too with the consistent low gas prices for a pretty good while now. So it's just being out of the gas that's the main issue. It's the main concern. But I guess that's it. If no one else has any input.
Well,
Well,
I had a point, and I can't remember it. Yeah, it's not coming to me.
You tried.
I did.
So what do you think the government officials should have done if they don't react
tricky.
correctly?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, mass hysteria, like it's hard to work around that. And being in this situation, it would be difficult for any public official. Though there are benefits to issuing the state of emergency, I don't know. I don't know if there was any good way to handle the situation, honestly.
Yeah.
But it's real easy to point fingers and say, "Oh, this happened because of your decision, and you're bad for that." But I personally am not. I don't know. I really don't know of what could have been better. Maybe wait a little bit longer. But honestly, I'm not informed enough on the topic to make that scale of a decision anyway. So.
Yeah, I don't know if there was much they could have done. I think they did as well as they could have.
I mean, it's kind of an unusual state of emergency anyway. I mean, normally when you see those, you see like economic issues or natural disaster. You don't really see gas lines that are being busted. So
right.
They're doing a good job with it so far.
Yeah, I would say so. The situation sucks, and it's hard to deal with. Like, normally with natural disasters, it's kind of cut and dry. It's like, oh, this area is high risk of this happening, get out of there, or, some sort of response to whatever has happened. So situations like these are a little bit trickier, so I think Ace is right.
Well, so hopefully they will fix that soon. I mean,
yeah. I don't know if there's any current estimation on what completion will be. So, hey.
Well, yeah. I'm trying to figure out if I can continue this topic more and more. We're only 15 minutes into this recording.
Yeah, that's it'd been 2 quick topics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think mine's gonna last very long, so just trying to figure this out.
I don't know. Do we know anything about the environmental effect of?
No, and that I think that's kind of been being glanced over by the media as well. Most of it's like, oh, this is happening. Gas is rising this much in these states, and most places are out or whatever. I mean, we're talking about 300,000 gallons. You know, the surrounding area. I mean, if very easily, you know, a lot of people around here in the South in general, I'm sure other regions as well, but still use well water. You know, there's whole towns that still use well water. So if there's any of those, you know, the area of effect around that, it's potentially huge. So, I mean, you could have small communities not have clean water because of this. Now, this is all conjecture. I don't know. But it's very possible that, you know, there's people affected in that way. But then also, you're right, environmental. Like, I mean, what is this going to do to the local vegetation or wildlife? I mean, are we going to see, you know, certain species in this area have trouble because of this? You know, there very much could be a butterfly effect from that as well. So, I don't know. I would like to see more information on that as well. It's not good. Yeah. Whatever.
I mean,
in that sense, there's nothing good.
I mean, they got to be trying to control all this excess gas to some degree. I mean, they have to be controlling this.
I mean, but what do you do? I mean, obviously they've shut it off.
Yeah.
Even if they're not actively fixing it, I mean, they're problem solving. It's not spilling out anymore. But I mean, once it's in the ground, I mean, what can you?
I guess you can't really do anything.
Do they have an estimated time of when this whole thing will be fixed? No.
As I was reading earlier, there's not one. Because they anticipated starting construction, but then kind of ran into more issues. So,
oh God. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. But hopefully, I mean, at least like Ace said, we'll get gas. You know, we'll get it from.
You'll still get it. I mean.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Not a huge concern. It seems like most of the mass issues have already kind of subsided, but it should be said that this pipeline, there's actually two lines. There's 1 and 2 of this Colonial. I think it's Colonial pipeline. They have 2 pipelines, and the first one has busted. So it's just kind of bottlenecked extremely.
Yeah.
We are still getting gas supplied by them. It's not cut off completely from this, but
sorry, just keep falling.
What's that? What?
Just keep falling down.
Oh,
I don't.
Yeah. How do you think this will affect the company financially?
True.
The owners of the pipe.
You know, it's. I don't think it's as bad PR as issues we've seen in the past with, like, say, the BP oil spill. I think that the company has handled it well.
Yeah.
I at least it has not been said publicly, to my knowledge, that it's their fault this happened. You know, I don't think there was any form of neglect or anything that happened, and to my knowledge, they responded relatively quickly. So I don't think there'll be anything major, and it's not like this is a big, well-known company like BP anyway. I mean, you know, this pipeline company, we've never hear about them. You know, it's like not hearing about the dairy farms we get our milk from. You know, we don't know where our gas comes from for the most part. I mean, we might know geographically, but, you know, what companies do we get it from? So I don't think it'll affect, you know, us. And it's this commodity, you know, we have to have it, relatively speaking, you know, either way. I mean, if we have to use this company to get gas, then we have to. You know, we're not going to just stop buying gas, you know, even if it was this big PR issue. So I don't think we'll see any major negative repercussions from it in that sense. But who knows?
I mean, hopefully they don't get as much. Well, I mean, BP deserved a flack. This one,
yeah.
I hope they don't get much flack. So. Gosh, how long has it been since that? I want to know. I'm gonna look it up.
Was it 09?
It was 09 or 08.
I want to say it
Yeah.
was.
I think Obama was dealing with it, so it must have been 09.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or it could have been part of 08.
It was. Let's see.
No, because he wasn't inaugurated until 09.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
Deepwater
He was
Horizon
elected in 08, but not
was April 20th, 2010.
2010.
Six years ago. Wow.
Yeah.
In fact,
Yeah.
speaking of that, they have a movie coming out on that. Like, what is that?
Really?
Boy.
Yeah, they have Deepwater Horizon.
Go figure.
Nope. I don't think I made the landing. Nope.
In case anyone's wondering, Ace died in the game.
Yeah, I just jumped off Trump Tower.
Oh, why you should do that, man?
Trying to land in the water.
Good thing diving wasn't a thing in the JSano Olympics. Hey, we could talk about that.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
We can talk about that. But he's not here, though. We still talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, have we seen the winners yet? I don't know if.
No, I don't think so.
No,
No,
not
I-
at this point.
Yeah, it's going on to the 2nd of October, right?
Well,
I'm gonna
That's
look
pretty
at the
deep in. That's like
Yeah,
yeah, I know.
post what when the Olympics were, like by a long shot. So
Yeah.
Mhm. Well, so far the Olympics are good. I mean, some teams have prevailed, some teams have completely sucked. Hence, my team's not very good. We're just not very good. Froot's team, though, is insanely nuts.
I'd say we were lucky for the most part.
Who are you with, Fruit?
Naxer and Azers for the second day.
Ah.
I wanted to be a part of that, but at the time I was like clocking in at work every time you guys recorded.
Mhm.
So
The
Yeah,
last video comes out on the 8th of October.
8th. Okay.
Yeah.
What was the most recent
Pretty long
event he's
contest.
done? I want to know what we can talk about.
Archery, I think it was.
Archery was the most-
yesterday.
Yeah.
Most recent. That was kind of what I was going to think about. So archery, I don't know if Cookie included anything, but my score was completely wrong. So
Yeah.
I did not win that event. I was really salty though when I found out the next day. It was really salty.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the whole Miss America thing, right?
Yeah. Did he forget to clear the chest just like Steve Harvey?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm not proud of my performance in archery because I was like, man, this is easy, but then you get up there and like you can't see the carts at all. So it's like really difficult.
We kept freaking shooting us.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it was a pretty fun event
Oh yeah, it was.
after I started shooting people. Because it was
Yeah.
taking a while, so like...
Yeah.
Was it Cookie
Um,
who tried to shoot you, but you like logged off right before it hit you?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You see, I was resetting my skin. That, you just watch this video. You'll,
Yeah.
you might understand what happened then.
Go watch it. Well, oh no, go ahead.
I didn't participate in the JSano Olympics, but the archery specifically I've done once before, and you know I have sympathy for everyone. It's not easy. It takes some I think some experience and learning some tricks. You know.
See, that's what made me even more salty, because that was the first time I ever played that game, and I'm like, I am OP at this. And then, I can't think of it anymore. It's done.
Moving on.
I've got a couple other topics in mind. I'm being salty here. I'm thinking more salty things. If you saw the Grammys, I hear that Jimmy Kimmel is the Emmys, not the Grammys. Those are music. The Emmys, but I hear Jimmy Kimmel is really salty.
Oh, I've not heard this.
Like best, what was the award? I think it was like best late night TV show host or some bullcrap like that. John, who was it? What was his name? John Oliver, not John Oliver. Yeah, he won that instead. And then the best part is that Matt Damon came out and completely roasted him for it. So I'm happy for him.
Great.
Yeah. Well, Jimmy Kimmel was hosting it, wasn't he? So
yeah, he was hosting it, and it was that makes it worse for him that he has to sit there all night feeling salty that he didn't win.
Yeah.
That's great.
He's sitting there thinking, I'm good enough to host the Emmys, but I'm not good enough to win one. That's a low blow. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
So, trying to think of anything else. Moving. I guess we can move on to my main topic, just because I can't think of anything else to do. So, I'm a big fan of space, and we talked about space a little bit in the last episode. But recently, I got to take a picture of Saturn. Right. I sent it to everybody in the chat, and everybody was really cool about it. But I was doing some research. I was looking on like NASA's website, right, about Saturn, just to read up more on it. And I found out the spacecraft Cassini is out there still. That launched back in 2004. It's been out there for 12 years now. And they finally announced its final end game parts of its mission. And let me tell you, it is stinking epic. So Cassini is out there taking information on Saturn. And so starting November 30th, they're going to have Cassini fly in close to Saturn's outer rings and take research on those first and get high-definition pictures sent back to Earth of that. So we're going to get them like no other before. We're going to be able to see those rings in such awesomeness.
Yeah, it's like 2004 high definition. Actually, it's NASA. They have a huge budget. It's fine.
Yeah.
True. So that they're gonna do that for a while, and then starting in April of next year, Cassini is going to run by Titan. It's the largest moon of Saturn, and it's gonna change its orbit. And this is where one of the most epic parts I've ever seen Cassini do. It's gonna fly in through the gap between the planet and its rings multiple times and take data throughout those. So whenever that's done in about September of next year, they're gonna their final grand finale. That's what they're calling it, the grand finale. It's going to then take chemical analysis of Saturn itself, and as soon as Cassini stops transmitting, because it's gone. So they're essentially flying Cassini into Saturn at the end, but taking analysis of it at the same time. So freaking dope.
Do we know, I know this is hard to be specific, but do we know what kind of chemical analysis? Like, are they looking for something specifically?
No, just to really see what it's made up of. I mean, we know a lot about it, but in more detail. I mean, we can't obviously
That's most of that knowledge just through stoichiometry, and we only know what we can see from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
So being able to get a better look on the inside, for sure.
Oh yeah.
I hated stoichiometry.
You and everybody else.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought that was cool. So I might as well mention it.
Yeah, that's really cool. Like, really cool. That's huge news. Like that's one of those like pictures of Pluto big, you know.
Oh, New Horizons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pluto pictures are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Do you ever?
Especially when you compare them to the older ones over the past years.
True.
That
Yeah.
was like a fuzzy dot,
Yeah.
and now we actually have an actual picture of what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Can you believe it's been a year since then?
Oh yeah.
Has it really? Wow.
It's been a year.
It feels like we just got there this year. Pretty much.
Yeah. Speaking more NASA news, I know I'm just going to continue to speak about NASA here. But a few days ago, about a week ago, they launched a new rocket called OSIRIS-REx, and it's going to the asteroid, trying to think of its name, Bennu. It's a very strange asteroid, it has a strange orbit, flies in close to Earth sometimes. But they're going to launch that to that asteroid. It's going to take analysis and pick up like samples. And it's going to come back to Earth in 7 years. So we're going to know more about asteroids and the beginning of the solar system because of it. Yeah.
I don't know. I remember reading something about like there being like possible 2 new planets, but I don't know how valid that is. I didn't do any research on it.
There's always
Talking
been
about that for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, there's always been a Planet X rumor
Yeah.
that there's a planet out in the edge of the Kuiper Belt that's keeping the Kuiper Belt intact. But we still haven't had.
Planet X hides behind the sun. That's what happens to it.
Hides behind the sun.
Yeah.
There we go. Means it doesn't have an orbit. It just kind of chills there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm surprised the sun hasn't obliterated it yet. Yeah. Does anybody else have anything to talk about?
I could talk about a couple things.
Sure.
Do it.
A couple mini things about the weather,
Oh.
because that's a default topic to talk about.
Yeah.
How about that weather? But more specifically, like extreme types of weather and nifty stuff that because I'm a weather nut, so I like
Oh, cool.
hearing about tornadoes and hurricanes and such. And I
love it.
lived in Florida, so I went through stuff like that. But some of the interesting things that I found was this year we had Hurricane Hermine hit Florida, and it was the first time that Florida got hit by a hurricane since 2005, which
Oh.
was 11 years ago.
Oh wow.
Sheesh.
Which is pretty interesting considering everybody thinks that Florida is just this giant target for hurricanes, considering it sticks out into the ocean like it does. But
Mm.
it actually has avoided it for the most part. But yeah, 2005 was the big season where we had like 30-something storms one season, where we
Yeah.
had to use the Greek alphabet to start naming them.
Oh gosh.
That also featured Katrina, which hit New Orleans, and
Yeah.
Rita. No, it was Wilma. That was the most intense storm on record, because it went from Category 1 to Category 5 in a matter of hours. But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting.
What
It,
category was Hermine?
Just one.
Oh, just a 1. Okay.
It hit right on the Panhandle area by Tallahassee. It actually affected a lot of Florida, like all the way down to Tampa. So
Wow.
I think they're still cleaning up on it. There was this weird storm, Julia, that kept hanging out by the Carolinas for the past week or so, and usually storms don't last that long,
No, no,
but it got stuck between weather systems. It kind of sat there and rained on everything until it finally died out. Biggest storm of the season so far was Super Typhoon Meranti. which was about a week ago. It had maximum winds of 165 miles per hour. Made landfall just south of Taiwan. We're hitting China.
Jeez.
But there's been some talks about potentially adding a Category 6 level type hurricane, to the list they have.
I mean, those are gonna be super rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they're kind of iffy about it. But there have been a few storms that have gotten pretty high up there.
I mean, I never understood why they actually added like EF6 to tornadoes, because it's like we've only had one like ever recorded. Yeah. So I don't know why would they? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, the whole purpose, I suppose, of a scaling system is the highest unit being the maximum, and if the maximum is surpassed, even if it's just once, no longer the maximum, so they have to accommodate for it.
Yeah. It's just you gotta get like just perfect conditions just to get even close to that.
Mm-hmm.
Right, yeah.
So this is an ultra rare thing. But let's see, the last thing is what I found out earlier today is that scientists in Oklahoma recorded a lightning bolt that stretched for 199.4 miles.
Wow.
Which is insanely long.
Yeah.
And another one in France found a lightning bolt that lasted for 7.74 seconds. Which is also insanely long.
Yeah.
That's like... That wouldn't be like a consistent line down, but it was like multiple flashes of the same bolt hitting the same spot over 7 seconds. So that's pretty crazy.
Crazy stuff.
Do you think it was just because of like our strange El Nino last year, or I mean, it could just be remnants, I guess?
I don't know. It's like every year there seems to be something kind of weird going on. So I kind of think it's just another thing that it just kind of happened. And definitely kind of makes you think again about what we know or what we think we know about stuff even on our own planet.
Yeah, we're in the dark on our own planet a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta think about my study. I mean, I study space, so we're in the dark, insanely in the dark there.
Yeah.
But even on Earth, yeah.
What's up with, I remember reading on Facebook again, another thing that Froot read online, that, something about 2 tornadoes in Hawaii.
Hawaiian tornadoes?
Yeah. Was that anything? I don't remember. Something about 2 tornadoes happening at the
That
same
sounds
time.
significant if that's true.
I say that's not an environment tornadoes can really form in. I mean,
Well, tornadoes can form kind of anywhere, not counting like the poles, but yeah, it's not an easy spot for them to form in.
Or not tornadoes, hurricanes, yeah.
oh, hurricanes.
Oh, yeah,
I'm like,
hurricanes, yeah.
I say tornadoes.
Well, tornadoes could still happen there, but yeah, there were 2 hurricanes that went for Hawaii, almost at like one right after the other. They kind of lined up, and they both missed. So
That's good.
one turned to the south, just to the south, and was a tropical storm, which is below Category 1 by the time, and the other one just went way north. So they were both too weak to do anything, and they didn't really hit, but that's like the second time in 2 years that's happened, where 2 storms went after Hawaii, like one after the other.
Interesting.
I like hurricanes. They're kind of nifty things.
They are, definitely.
Like, I think my favorite one recently is a couple of years ago. There was an Atlantic hurricane and a Pacific hurricane that kind of pinched into Mexico at the same time. And I thought that was kind of weird.
That was strange.
But,
Yeah.
I say I liked. No, it seems strange, but I liked Hurricane Sandy. I just thought it was funny how New York got like evacuated, and it seemed so strange that like nobody was in New York. In fact, Jimmy Fallon did like a whole thing like on for his show outside, and like nobody was there, and yeah, they went back into the studio, right? and Jimmy's trying to entertain a room with no audience, so all of his crew's just laughing at him, and he's laughing at himself. Oh goodness. Yeah. I'm getting off topic.
You know what's funny with Hurricane Sandy is that up here in Canada, people were worried about that.
It was a big storm.
It was.
It was a big storm, but it wasn't too bad up here, to be honest.
No, it wasn't.
I've had effects from hurricanes. Hurricane Ike had effects in Ohio. Had a power outage for like a week because of it.
Jeez.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes they just don't break down right away.
Yeah, those tropical storms. We've had those tropical storms in Utah sometimes, coming from the west, or some even coming from the south. So they travel far.
Yeah. I went through the big four hurricanes in 2004. It was Charlie, Francis, Ivan, and Gene. They all hit within like a couple months time span. Those storms are kind of nifty because like Charlie was a tiny storm and it focused just south of Tampa. It was small but really powerful. Francis and Gene made landfall in the exact same spot, went across Florida in roughly the exact same way, except Francis stopped and sat over all of Florida while Gene just kind of ran across it. And Ivan made landfall up in the Panhandle, died out, and then got blown back over the Gulf of Mexico and reformed and hit Texas. So I thought that was kind of nifty because storms usually are like one and done kind of things.
Yeah.
That one actually got a second chance.
Definitely.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool for that one.
Yeah.
The abnormalities, the exceptions, that's what's really interesting about it. Because, you know, weather is so unpredictable, you know?
I know, right?
Yeah,
I am.
It's even when we think we know. Even when we think we know what's going to happen and that doesn't, you know, that causes even more alarm and interest. So I can see the appeal.
Oh, yeah. Well, I decided, we were speaking on natural disasters, so I decided to go see what recent earthquakes. So there's a 3.5 in San Fran.
Oh, really?
On September 13th. I don't know. That just seems normal for San Francisco, so I'm not even concerned.
Yeah.
There was a 5.5 in Indonesia, like yesterday. Never mind. This is not as cool as I thought it would be, but.
That's okay. I felt the same way talking about hurricanes.
Oh no problem. I was the one. I wanted to be a meteorologist at one point, so don't even worry.
Who would have guessed?
That is where the name came from.
Yeah.
I should change it to the
I wanted
Space
to get into
Master.
broadcasting at one point, so
Ah,
guess
man,
that?
I didn't realize that. Fruit
No,
wanted
speaking of earthquakes, North Korea. Their nuke tests.
Oh,
They're still doing those.
Are they still being idiots
And
over there?
where?
Underground. They're doing it underground.
Oh, so they're really gonna blow themselves up now. Now they're doing underground.
Yeah. They've done like 4.
Really smart idea.
And really, that's just to say that they have nukes and they will use them.
Look what we can do.
Yeah. Maybe it's just because they haven't figured out mutually assured destruction. Or, yeah.
Oh, there's a lot
Whatever.
of things they haven't figured out.
Yeah, like how to treat people correctly.
They're never gonna figure that out.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. It's, yeah.
Oh.
Definitely difficult to talk about North Korea because there's a lot of stuff that people don't learn about. That like it's out there. Like they have like these death camps that they send these people to. That
Mm-hmm.
any type of dissent is sent to these camps, and they essentially all those people just die there. So it's close to a concentration camp.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, we're gonna look back on it in maybe 100 years if, they actually decide to do something, and we'll look back the way we look back at World War II, where
Oh yeah.
we wonder how did we let these things happen, but now it's more or less avoiding war than just turning a blind eye to what the country is doing.
Yeah. Going back to the nuclear testing, is it in Korea that they're doing this?
Yeah,
Or
they're doing it in Korea. So they're doing it underground. Either that, or there's just seismic activity, and they're claiming it as nuclear tests.
Yeah. That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
What happens
my God.
when a 10.0 hits them and they just get wiped out? I mean,
Whoops.
Who knows?
Yeah.
They'll be,
That was also a test.
that was also the people who survived say it's a test. I'm scared of because we're supposed to go to Pyeongchang for the 2018 Olympics, so I'm scared of what North Korea might do. Not saying they're going to do anything, but they could do something.
2018.
They're not going to do anything. They're not.
You don't think they're going to do anything? I mean, everybody's going to be in South Korea at that point.
They're not going to do anything. Nobody cares.
I guess
they don't.
I guess I'm the one who said that Brazil was going to attack, and it didn't. So I guess I can't say anything.
That was legitimate. I mean, I could see, that being a concern.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But
Like, North Korea is not really a threat because, like, no matter what they do, they know they wouldn't win a war.
But they also have
They-
some scary friends,
Yeah.
They've got their neighbor Russia, which is terrifying. So
I mean, now that I say that, they do have an extensive military force, much greater than, probably even the United States. I don't actually know the numbers, though, but, like, I know, like, per capita, they have more soldiers. So, yeah, say, we go to war. I really hope that's after I'm, 25, I think is the cutoff, or,
I think so.
true. I guess we all get drafted. Well, Jodha's fine. He's cool with it. But
I'm Canadian.
Canada's never gonna get into a war, so
No. Unless you deny us maple syrup.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about that? Like, a couple years back, some guys decided to rob a maple syrup truck. Like, there was over, like, millions of dollars worth of maple syrup in that truck.
gosh,
Yeah.
Crazy.
they were
Crazy shit.
really, really hungry.
They really need something for the pancakes.
No, they probably made like the world's biggest pancake, and they're like, "Crap, we're out of syrup."
Alright, there's a truck coming in. We're gonna rob this truck. Take all the maple syrup.
please stop talking about food. I don't want to hear about salt either. That made me hungry.
You can stop speaking about food then.
Yeah.
So, are you guys excited to see Mario in Tokyo? I didn't ever watch that final portion of the closing ceremonies, but now I know Mario's gonna be there.
Yeah, he's been at all of them, the Olympic Games since 2008, though.
With Sonic. I mean, but this... He's going to be there, like, for real this time. He's going to be like... I don't know. Tokyo's weird.
Indeed.
I wonder if they'll just dress up all the athletes as different Nintendo characters.
I want to
That
see
would be
that.
great.
I'd want to see that. I feel bad for the guy that's dressed as Bowser.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine trying to do the backstroke with that thing on. It might be easier. I don't know. Might help you float.
Yeah, you can float.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you
I don't
have,
think floating's too big of an issue for the Olympic swimmers. Actually, I think they all swim underwater, so floating's not an issue.
Oh, yeah. I'd imagine buoyancy is important in certain aspects, but I suppose
yeah.
you're right. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd say the backstroke definitely is probably... Buoyancy is very important, but...
I don't know. We'd have to ask Salem about this. He's on his polo team,
Oh, true, he's
water
a-
polo, not just polo.
Oh, we can't talk to him. He's banned, right?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It's not actually banned, people. They'll freak out.
No, he is.
Keep your fingers
Yes.
crossed.
Wow.
If we ask nicely, JSano will be like, nah,
Nah,
get out of here.
just get the frick out of here. So is there anything else?
I have a topic.
Oh, Jordan's got
yeah.
a topic. Wonderful.
So, I think last week they announced the Assassin's Creed Collector's Edition. Ezio Collection, I should say. And people are pissed about it because it's basically shittier graphics than it should be. Like, this is a remaster of it, and the graphics are just horrible. I'm pretty pissed off about it.
Isn't that the same problem Watch Dogs had? Like they were due to have these insane graphics, and they were just kind of
Well, that was just the original one. I guess.
Well, yeah. At least it wasn't a remaster, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
People won't get they'll get their hopes up in the case of Watch Dogs, but they're
You expect it from a remastered edition,
right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just it looks so bad.
I don't. Why do they do this? Why do they?
Money.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a remaster. The remaster usually is supposed to be a better looking version of the stupid game. That's what they did with BioShock, and it looks amazing. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You know, normally I'm pretty skeptical of remastered ones because I mean, typically it is a cash grab, right? It's beating
Yeah.
a dead horse for more money. But in the case of BioShock, which I'm biased because I'm a huge BioShock fan, I know Good posted a side-by-side video comparing it, and it I mean, the original game for its time looked pretty good, but you know, the things they were able to do, you know, as far as like kind of putting more into landscapes and stuff, because you know, consoles back then had a harder time processing a lot of like foliage. So it's really cool to see the sweeping shots undersea that has a lot more vegetation. So in the case of BioShock, I said they did pretty good, but I can imagine people being pretty upset, justifiably so, in the case of Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely.
It's
Now, I mean, would you say the graphics are an improvement? Or are they just...
with Assassin's Creed 2, no, they're not an improvement. Brotherhood, tiny bit. Revelations, also a tiny bit. But other than that, it's just it looks like the same exact game as they added back when it came out. It's just no.
Yeah. I don't know, if you've never played the game, I'd say pick it up. Get all 3 for the. Is it going to be $60?
No,
60.
like in Canada, it's gonna be 80.
Oh yeah, in Canada. But yeah.
It's so expensive. Well, with tax, it's basically $90.
So Assassin's Creed 2, it's one of my favorite video games of all time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I did a Let's Play on my channel, but I don't think it's on there anymore. I really didn't. I didn't enjoy having that on. Might revisit it and maybe Let's Play channel eventually. I don't know.
Hype.
Hype. Well,
yeah, I think for many people, Assassin's Creed 2 was like their favorite game. Was the game that got many people into the series.
Yeah, and then Assassin's Creed 3 was what got people out of the series.
Oh God, don't eat. Oh God, I wanted to. Oh no.
So
I was like considering not buying the next Assassin's Creed game the next year. I ended up buying it, but
which one is that?
That was Black Flag.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Amazing game.
So.
Amazing game. I would recommend it.
See, that's the only one I've ever considered playing, just because of the time period. I say, and no offense to anybody, I just say screw the rest of the games because I'm not an Assassin's fan, but that is the one I consider playing.
Like, it's not an assassin game. It's more of a pirate game. So you're gonna just enjoy sailing the seas, listening to your crew sing. It's amazing.
Well, speaking of Assassins, the movie is supposed to be coming out this December, correct?
December 21st.
Oh gosh.
I would more than. Oh God, hold on.
Oh.
Sorry, I had to cough.
Sure.
I more than likely go to the midnight release of it. So.
Do you think it's gonna be good?
I think they can pull it off. Michael Fassbender's a good actor. So as long as they didn't give him an absolute trash script, and that's not the Assassin's Creed game's weak points. That story's not a weak point. It's performance, gameplay.
Well, I mean,
that's what's weak.
There's been many a movie out there before that are based on video games, and that video games that had great storylines, and then the movie was just absolute crap.
Yeah.
There's never been, and let me know if you can think of an exception, but there's never been a good video game movie.
Apparently, Warcraft is supposed to be good.
Oh, you know what? I haven't seen Warcraft. I forgot about it. I have heard good things about it, but I think that's kind of the only exception that I know of.
You know what? I remember Ubisoft. They actually said that the movie wasn't gonna make much at the box office. So.
Gosh.
I wonder why. Did they elaborate upon that, or?
No. Well, the only thing they said after was that they just want to use this movie to build stuff around the product, to bring in fans around the product.
Yeah.
So people that haven't heard of Assassin's Creed, they can go check out the games after they watch the movie.
Right.
I know they confirmed like not a Black Ops movie, a Watch Dogs movie too. So that's gonna be the same thing, right? Gosh.
Yeah.
But
like I think there's a Tom Clancy. No. Yes.
Yeah, there's a Tom Clancy movie in the works, I believe.
Hopefully these movies won't turn out like Prince of Persia.
Idiots.
Yeah.
Mario or Hitman.
Oh God, Mario! Oh God, no.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat was
decent.
alright.
I haven't seen it.
You know,
for its time, it was good.
you know,
I'm looking at Fandango's top 5 video game movies, and they have Hitman at number 5, the 2007 one.
Okay.
Number 4, they have Final Fantasy from 2001.
it's a Final Fantasy movie.
Was the animated one the Advent Children?
I have no idea. I've never seen it.
Okay. What's the title of it? Do you know?
This Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Let's see. Number 3 is the Mortal Kombat movie.
Okay, yeah.
95. Number 2 is Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
And they have number 1 as Resident Evil, like the first one.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, the first Resident Evil movie was pretty decent. The others have been complete crap.
They have a top 5 worst too.
Ooh,
Number 5 is Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
that should be number 1 in my opinion.
Be number 1 on the other list.
Number 4. Number 4 is Double Dragon. I don't know what that's.
Oh,
I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah, it's like an arcade game.
yeah.
Number 3 is Doom, the one that had The Rock in it.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Wait, what? There's a Doom movie with The Rock?
Yep.
That came
Yeah.
out like a year or two ago, right?
2005.
2000. Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of a
Was
different one.
That was a year or two ago.
What year is it?
2020?
Look, I'll watch anything that has The Rock in it.
1999.
Even the
Gosh.
Tooth Fairy, man.
Oh, that's a good movie. I like that movie.
Now, let's see. Number 2 is Wing Commander.
What?
Huh.
It has Freddie Prinze Jr. in it.
Okay. Okay.
And number 1 is Blood Rain.
Ah, yeah.
So are there any movies you want to see, or any video games you want to see be made and not be
Legend of
ruined at
Zelda.
least? Zelda. That
I-
Legend of Zelda.
I want to see Half-Life.
Half-Life would be good
Yeah.
if they didn't
Yeah.
ruin it. If they didn't ruin it.
Like a suspenseful kind of.
It
Yeah,
has
that'd be good.
it has the potential. You just need the right person behind it.
Is saying Pokemon cheating?
No, they're no. So on that, there's some like movie companies that are actually fighting over getting the rights to that.
Like live action or
A live action movie, because I mean the animated ones are made by Pokemon themselves. I mean they're great.
Right.
But a live action
Yeah.
one, I think Paramount was talking about doing it, and I think DC even got it. Well, not DC. Yeah, DC. Something
Warner
else.
Brothers.
Warner Brothers or something like that got into it. And that is one, and I know I'm a Pokemon fan in me. I don't want them to frick that up. They frick that up, I will kill somebody.
Man, they're not. They can't do it. You can't do Pokemon in real life because either you got to make it realistic, or they're gonna stand out as cartoon characters in a 3D world.
See, I don't think so. I think there is a gray area, though it's very fine. You know, there has been.
Actually,
you
no.
what.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah.
Perfect example. Done well.
Yeah.
And then somewhat
That one's almost
worse.
a
Space Jam.
I say the Looney Tunes
Yeah,
movie
yeah.
was good. You ever see that one, the Looney Tunes one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was good. I mean, they did a good job with that.
But I mean, I think it would be CGI, right? It would be 3D computer rendered
No.
models of
No.
the Pokemon. If they do a live action, that's what they should do. And it should. I tell you what, it should look like. It should look like the Good Dinosaur. That's what it should look like.
Huh.
The background, the landscape shots, everything. It looks picturesque. It looks like an HD photograph
That could work.
of actual like Alaskan terrain. Whereas, you know, there's goofy, lovable dinosaurs that are obviously not realistic, but they still fit in that universe.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it can be done, and honestly, I don't think it will be done. It will be so easily botched if they go that route, and I think there's definitely need for concern. But I think it's possible. I'm hoping.
I really hope they do a good job with it. You know,
I rate
mean,
myself as hesitantly excited.
You
I
guys
agree.
heard that there's a Minecraft movie?
Oh yeah.
we've been hearing about that for years, though. Didn't like Stampy wasn't like supposed to be the director of it or something like that?
I have no
no,
clue.
I don't know about that, but after the success of the Lego Movie, It was actually kind of taken seriously, because it's one of those things that's been on the table for a while. Like a World of Warcraft movie, that was on the table for a long time before it actually became a thing, So, and it would be, I'm told, I'm pretty sure it's in production. I'm pretty sure they are working on it.
It's supposed to come out May 24th, 2019.
Okay.
And what movie are we talking about?
Minecraft.
Oh my god.
And I'm pretty sure they said it's going to be similar in style and animation to the Lego movie, which I think fits. I think that kind of slapstick, not taking itself too seriously, kids but also adult kind of appeal works.
They're gonna have a new song. Everything is creepers.
Yeah.
Everything is zombies.
You see, I would pay money. I would pay $10 to go and watch a Let's Play for 2 hours.
Oh man, that'd be great.
It's just a whole video of like PewDiePie playing Minecraft.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
no,
Actually, that'd be terrible.
Here's how they pick the person. They take every Minecraft Let's Player. I'm talking everyone. 0 subscribers and
Oh
1
gosh.
billion subscribers. Put them all in a hat, shake it all up, and pull out one name. That's who they go with.
Okay, shaking the hat, pulling out the name, JSano. There we go.
Man,
That would be great.
I would love that. He's a really good storyteller.
Yeah, he really is. I would be compelled.
We're all invited as VIP because we're part of his
Of course.
server.
We were fans before it was cool, right?
Yeah.
Before he's a multi-billionaire.
Yeah.
Multi-B on there. So
Can you imagine, like, you basically have a $0 budget.
oh, true.
Like, what do you have to do?
You
I
would
know.
make money, guaranteed. You have 3 people come see it, and you're already in the black.
Yeah.
Who would come see it? Like, it would be like Good, and like
His parents.
his parents.
That's it.
So there's another movie that I've been keeping my eye on, kind of, and I don't know if it's actually dead or not. But the FNAF movie.
Ugh. Ugh.
It's another
Pretty much
one of
sums
the
it up.
cases, I think. If it's done well, it'll be good.
Oh, I'm just tired of Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, it was a bad game to start off with, and it's just worse. Like, I have a video on my channel, and I play Five Nights at Freddy's, and I'm just not having a good time. Like, I lose, and I'm not even scared. I'm just, like, startled by it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't play
I'm
the game, but
frustrated.
like, I mean, I watch, like, I watched Markiplier for the game. I know that seems silly, but I watched Markiplier for the game. It was funny, and I got into it that way. But I feel like the FNAF movie would be like a new genre of movie horror stuff, especially with all the crappy horror movies lately.
It depends on how it's directed, But it does have that potential. I do agree.
Mhm.
So, we can talk about, like, horror movies for a second. So, the difference between, like, good horror movies and bad horror movies is that you don't have to be told what the bad guy's intentions are, what they're doing in it. Like, Sinister is a really good example for a bad movie, because they had to have some guy come in and just explain what the monster is, why it's there and what it's doing. Whereas I can't actually think of any, like, really good ones. Like Oculus, that's a good one.
Yeah, I love Oculus. That's a
Yeah.
WWE movie too. Like, those are the same guys that do wrestling, and they actually made a pretty good movie out of it.
Yeah.
Like that one
Cena.
doesn't rely on like jump scares and blood and gore for
Yeah.
scariness. It's just like it kind of works in a way that you're not sure what's real and what's like fake.
I mean, now, this all being said, I hate scary movies, and when I watch Sinister, I had to sleep with the lights on.
Yeah, I
I
can't
love
watch
scary
them.
movies.
I can't watch them.
I can't move into a house now.
No, you can't move into
Can't do it. I'm gonna find some 8 tracks in the attic, and I'm just gonna burn them up.
I tell you,
But burning them doesn't get rid of them. That's right. At the end of the movie, he tries burning them.
Spoilers! Jeez. A really good satire for bad horror movies is My Name is Bruce. And, if you've ever seen any Bruce Campbell movie, you know how campy they are. But there's this small town that has an actual, I don't know, monster, I don't know what you would call it, some sort of thing that's threatening them. And there's this kid that thinks all those movies are real and that he actually saves this, but it's the actor Bruce Campbell that has to fight off this monster, and he's just like going along with it. He thinks the kid's just a big fan, and he is, but he doesn't think there's actually any this actual spirit. And the movie itself, it's funny. It's one of those, it's so bad it's good, but it's good because it's making fun of itself while it's making fun of other movies of the same genre. And there's a whole song about, kind of a vaguely racist song about Japanese culture and bean curd and something. It's really good if you enjoy that kind of movie.
So I looked up the movie. They had a budget of 1.5 million.
Oh wow!
And in the box office, I don't know if this is after calculating the amount of money spent on the budget, or if it's after. I don't actually know the difference. But the box office is 173,000.
Oops! Oh, that's great. Oh, that's so great.
Oh gosh.
Missed the mark a bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So
Or they just barely made it. I don't know. I think
maybe that's after. Maybe it's how much money that made.
Yeah.
Sometimes they
think
do that.
Yeah.
And another good one is Tucker and Dale versus Evil. That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that one.
Well, you can't go wrong with Jack Black. That's Jack Black, right?
No,
No, damn it.
I don't know what you're thinking of.
I know what he's talking about, but I forgot the name of it.
No, so is it? I want to know. Is it just me? Because I can't watch horror movies, right? I can't. I just can't. I can't watch scary videos online. I can't. I can't play horror games. I can't. But I have no problem with watching LPs of them.
Well, someone's kind of with you, right? It's like you're
I mean-
experiencing that with someone else.
I guess you're right.
I
too.
think their commentary kind of changes how it is. It's not as scary when you have someone like Markiplier making weird sounds and stuff, and it becomes more of a comedy that way.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it kind of waters down the horror aspect of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
But
I forget who I watched play Five Nights at Freddy's, because I definitely watched it.
Now, going back to Five Nights, I'm in agreement with Froot in that I don't see the appeal, the actual
Yeah, me
game
neither.
itself. But I really enjoy the lore of it.
Yeah, that's where I get most of my
and
stuff from.
the story. All the theories and stuff that MatPat has done with game theory, I love those, and that's the only reason I'm even remotely interested in a FNAF movie, because if they can capture that sense of mystery and okay, what really is the story behind this? Okay, this can make a good story.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I like horror movies. I don't really care to play any games, things like that. Every so often I consider doing a one-off around Halloween, but I don't really care for scary games.
Yeah. I tried doing a Let's Play for Halloween one time. It was some atmospheric game where it was kind of horror-y, but not really. I might still have the footage.
as long as you don't say what year, you can post it.
Yeah. Just massive pitch change in between.
Yeah.
Say
Just keep the
the
audio go into Audacity and like drop it down a couple octaves.
Oh man, I'll just do that in Premiere. I know how to do that in Premiere.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Did you guys see my my mockumentary of
No.
my now boss?
oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I think most of that.
Well, before we, I guess, I don't know, before we ramble off into other strange random topics, we're an hour and 15 minutes into the recording, so I think we have well more than I need for the podcast.
Hold
Yeah,
on,
we
I wanna talk-
somehow took what little we had and made a podcast out of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But hold on, I want to talk about Pokemon Generations.
Oh yeah, I saw the
Okay.
first episode.
I haven't watched it yet, but I'm super excited.
I would recommend it.
Mm-hmm.
Just seeing the first episode, I would really recommend it. The intro alone is awesome.
Yeah.
I'll watch the intro right now and I'll give you a live reaction to it.
Live reaction on the podcast. Nice.
And actually, watching that kind of made me feel the way I do about what I said about a Pokemon movie. Like, if I had not watched that, I would probably be less in favor of it.
So with the Pokemon movie, do you think they're gonna is it just gonna be Pokemon Generations in IRL, or do you think what I think would be better than Pokemon Generations, to be honest, is if they remade the first movie, of the animated one, into like a live action one. That would be dope.
Oh, that would be good. You know what? That's what they should do. Because there's this whole origin story, right? There's this whole progression of all the different generations of Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And, the legendary birds and everything, like, that's important. You can't just, like, jump into the universe with the first live-action movie and already have all this established lore you glance over. I think you're right. They should start there.
The first one. Oh, what was the first one? Oh, that was Mewtwo. Yeah.
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 Gosh. I wouldn't say they remake all of them. Obviously, that'd be ridiculous.
No.
But maybe important ones. I'd say Pokemon 2000 definitely. Maybe the Entei
Oh
movie.
yeah. The Entei movie was. Love.
They have to remake the Darkrai one. That would be dope. That'd be dope. I'm the only one who saw
I
the
don't
Darkrai
remember
one.
that one.
That one.
Okay.
I really like the Celebi one. I think,
Celebi's nice too. That one's
Yeah.
fun.
yeah, and I think it has a really good message of, the environment or something. I don't know. I don't really remember that well.
Got a good message or something that, I don't know. It obviously didn't impact me, but it's very impactful.
Yeah.
I think it had something to do with the environment. I don't actually know.
Something to do with the
Yeah.
environment.
Something.
Well, I'm continuing the podcast here. You started talking about Generations, right?
Yeah.
Does anybody else watch the Pokemon anime?
I stopped.
No, I don't have the attention span to watch TV shows.
Never mind.
I do not.
Okay.
I've only ever watched a handful of episodes.
Okay.
I've
I've watched.
That being said, I loved the anime as a kid. That was
Right.
go
That's-
home, turn on TV, watch. I forget what channel was it on?
That was Warner Brothers, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it would have been on
It's WB.
channel 45. Turn on channel 45, watch some
38, I
Pokemon.
think.
So
It was
I'm
38 for me.
I'm one of those rare breeds of people who actually didn't stop watching the anime after Kanto. I continued to watch. I watched most of Hoenn, most of Sinnoh, most of Unova. Watched everything of Kalos for the most part. But they announced the new Alolan anime, and it looks cool, but they changed the art style so Ash looks like he's stupid.
Ash doesn't have gloves.
Oh no.
No, his face is
Damn.
like plastic now.
Ugh.
Plastic.
It's weird looking. It's just
Got that plastic surgery.
he got plastic surgery.
There's
Not by SoCal.
Oh God, I'm looking at the picture. Oh God. What? I think. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, it looks cool,
Oh.
but I don't know how to feel about it.
I've never been big on. I never jumped on the Pokemon train, like ever.
I feel bad for you when I'm everyone talking to everybody about Pokemon. You're always in the call. You're like,
I know enough about it to like kind of know what's going on. Like I know about the Gen 1 and Gen 2
Mhm.
stuff, but beyond that, it's yeah.
You know how Gen 1 is number one.
Yeah,
Gen
and the
1.
best.
Gen 1ers. Jeez.
I don't know, I'm the kind of person that never really like the mass appeal towards certain things actually drove me away from it.
Hmm.
Like, I don't care for Metallica, even though everybody says they're the greatest rock band of today. Like, I don't deny that they're a bad band, or I don't deny they're a good band, but I just don't see why they're so great, in my opinion. And, yeah, I've always been like that with really popular stuff. I don't really follow the hype, so this was just another one of those things.
I don't know.
I get
I
you.
can't really speak on music because I have weird music tastes where like I'll pick up on certain songs, but I don't like usually listen to like artists in general, except for like rap. Really, rap I listen to all the greats. Like you get Kendrick Lamar. He's a great one. He's my favorite rapper. He is my favorite song. He's just great.
Will Smith on that list?
No. But the Fresh Princes.
There you go. See, when you started talking about rapping, that all that came to my mind was that song.
I mean, I have two cassettes of the Fresh Prince and DJ Jazzy Jeff, or is it DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince? DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Yeah, I got two cassettes. I got Home Base and then Rock the House, which is their first studio album.
Do you guys remember when John Cena was a rapper?
He was a rapper?
That's like the only rap album
Yep.
I ever bought.
Oh,
I
same
have-
here.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, he went through this rap phase. Like, I think that was his starting gig.
Doctor of Togonomics.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I actually bought that album.
yep.
Yeah,
All these wrestlers, why did they do so many random things?
yeah. Isn't his theme song rap? His
Yeah,
rap-
Yes.
this still is, yeah. I could talk about wrestling a lot because but
I could talk about it a lot too.
I'm fascinated by wrestling. I don't watch any of it, but
they've moved in a better direction. I think they
Yeah.
didn't cater to the fans as much before, and now I think they're actually doing that.
Yeah, they're listening for once.
Yep.
yeah. I don't know.
I've never watched wrestling, but I don't know. I like John Cena because he's annoying and
John Cena's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
fulfilled like over 500 Make-A-Wish Foundation wishes.
oh wow.
I think he leads that list.
Yeah, he leads
does.
the list, and the person who comes in second place is Justin Bieber.
Oh,
with, like,
gosh.
300 something.
Yeah, he's like way far behind.
He honestly
Like-
probably gets more too, I would think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least used to.
I think. I don't know what I'd make a wish for if I had to make a wish that into I've
Be tough.
yeah.
I don't know.
hmm
You should wish for.
I would wish for the first colony on another planet to be named after me.
Ooh.
Oh, you be
Whenever
the
that happens.
Mars
I'd
colony.
wish for the cure to cancer. They'd be like, nah, you can't wish for that, man.
No,
It's like wishing for 3 more wishes.
no, bruh.
Yeah, wish for more wishes.
Yeah.
I can imagine it. The Mickson Mars colony. Yeah.
Is there anything else we want to talk about before we end the podcast? Dan, do you guys
I
ever
do have
watch
something I want to
VeggieTales?
Ace is asking things.
No,
Okay.
I want to. There's something I want to ask after we're done recording.
Oh, never mind.
You guys ever watch VeggieTales? What that was like?
When I was a kid,
Heck yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
He lost his hairbrush. I mean, Larry's got to find his hairbrush.
Oh, where is my hairbrush? So good. Still a good song.
That and the hamburger and the bear trap
Barbara
song.
Manatee.
Oh, fuck, yes.
No, because I was saying something about Ash looking like plastic. It reminded me of the song from An Easter Carol, where they're talking about using plastic chicken eggs instead of the real ones.
Well, that reminds me. Gosh, I should stop.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking of like peanuts and the Easter Beagle. The Easter Beagle? Easter Beagle!
The East. Oh yeah.
Yeah. We should end this soon.
Yeah.
I gotta get ready for work.
Okay,
Okay.
we're gonna end the podcast. Jodha's gonna go do some
And-
gardening and stuff.
There.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching today's episode of the podcast. If you guys have any ideas down below on topics or questions you got for us, leave them down there, and we'll read them and do them all. Have a good time. But
Has
hey,
anybody left any suggestions in the comments?
we only had one comment so far for the entirety of the ones I've uploaded, and that was from
Sounds about right.
Muckluck. So
All right, everybody comment #Naxersucks in the comments.
go and subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
And subscribe,
Yes.
yes, subscribe. Which channel? Both channels. All
Sub
channels.
to Nexer and then subscribe to Nexer Sucks.
Alright. There's gonna be like a paragraph of channels, and then subscribe to all of them.
Oh,
Everybody's channel here, even Froot's strange channel will be there. So, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.
bye.
Bye.